But my problem with this is that it just doesn't feel like playing an engage support into something like the Braum Caitlyn is really going to go very well.
Yeah.
Unless you find like a really, really solid early all-in, but I just don't think realistically. Like a year or two ago, it did really take a big beating at some point.
Polbey?
Polbey is, yeah, just going to flash, and obviously the player really struggling, but it also again beckons the question.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so many Zyra struggles. Like once you start falling behind,
Youngjae's going to take a huge amount of damage. He steps on a trap, so the extended range for the Nidalee goes in, and Owner.
I don't think it's likely that Brion is going to just win skirmishes against T1, but at the very least it would have been playable, as Paulo should be able to get out, but Faker's chasing.
Yeah, Faker is chasing. He knows he has that Braum to try
down
to set up, but now he's going to ult Morgan away, as Morgan taking a ton of damage. Faker just frontlining as Tristana doesn't care. And as you mentioned, they are down a member, so T1 certainly getting in there and trying to make their case, but eventually it's a double kill for Polbey.
I gotta say, Morgan actually with a great roam there. The reason why jungler ahead. As yeah, that's. Oh, he got it.
He actually got it, but he's also going to get his death here. You're not getting away from this Nidalee that has flash, as the root does come in. And no, not the disengage code
for Brion.
Yeah,
because the 1.5K that they were behind at 5 minutes, that's still kind of the same. That's going for it. This keeps going in. As Morgan, this is Poppy, notoriously hard to dive, but I do think that they have the tools.
He does have his ult. He is going to knock the Nidalee away, and that should be enough.
Well, it's still going to lose the turret.
Yeah.
So it's something. They got grubs.
5 grubs. Not bad. It's going to deny it from Tristana, which I feel like is the biggest thing. But at the end of the day, now they're trying to dive onto Zeus, even a TP, and there's 4 people here against K'Sante. Surely they just kill him, right? As a lot of damage is going into Youngjae and Paulo, and now Owner is here. Zeus still alive, as the damage will eventually take him down, but Owner is just feasting on the members of Bro that are behind this turret. As Faker is here as well, a jump over the top. Faker looking for another kill as an ult goes into the Poppy, and now Faker's jumping in again. And Envy here by himself has to flash away. Very nice ult himself.
What are you doing? It's fine. He's Braum. He doesn't care.
I guess he's holding the wave. Yeah, that makes sense.
And moment.
All right, there's the flash. Nicely done. And the hop is going to be canceled. Faker, he's just pushing forward. He knows he's dead, but trying to take out Envy here might be able to. The flash forward. And he will be punished for that. As down he will go. Plate's still up, by the way, as Guma collects another one in the mid lane.
I can't believe they're still up. It feels like this is one of those games where Plate should have gone down a while back. And Guma just continuing to PvE.
Oh no.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Just gets stunned by Braum. Doesn't respect the Braum. You have to respect.
Watched Games Done Quick, you know, last week. He's trying to get the speed running.
It's on replay now, by the way.
Yeah, he's not.
What's going on here? He's just going to kill the Ezreal, as there was so much damage.
Or without the Nidalee Spear, rather, after the trap comes through.
Yeah.
They're just... Brion just can't do anything. It just feels so futile.
Yeah.
Valdez, they're 8K down.
There's not a lot of finesse in this game either. I feel like T1, you know, they're not using the scalpel in this one. They're using the giant sledgehammer. And they're just kind of swinging it in giant arcs towards Bro. It's not okay. Well, now we're TPing behind Polbey, who didn't realize that there was a ward there. Now, TPs are coming in from Bro as the stun is going to hit. The spear is not going to hit, as a massive Magnet Storm is going to get the front line of T1, as they will be punished for their happy gaming. Bro, first 5v5, the first real 5v5, as, Morgan going to cancel that one. And T1 don't seem to have a big interest in the Drake itself.
It's fine. Yeah. It's just I told you!
They're actually just going for the init. They don't care about the Drakes. The Drakes are fake. They're false. They're not real.
Drakes can't hurt you, Valdez.
Oh no, Carry even gonna get in front of the True Shot barrage.
This is very early though. They don't have that much damage. Maybe.
Where's Youngjae? He's not in position. He's not gonna get there on time. The slow is there, and he just can't get in there to smite it. As now they're thinking about engaging as MD. Getting a little bit close to the sun. A lot of traps here as well. Nice Magnet Storm. Only going to hit the Braum, though, so not very nice, actually. I take that back. Cancel the nice. as now Zeus is going 1v2, 1v3 in the backline, gets the knockup, forces the flash, does die, as everybody is super low and Guma is charging into everybody, flashing forward onto Envy, and will take him down. And maybe T1 just end the game now.
They're not even playing the same game, Valdes. That's what we're witnessing here. I look at this game like, I think this Nexus should drop.
All right, well,
Apollo trap
behind enemy lines, which is their own lane. Faker is going to flash and jump away, and Zeus now 1v5 in the backline himself. I feel like a lot of T1 members are like, please just end the game already. I want to go home. As Zeus, oh no, still alive here, gonna get a heal from Owner. As Faker goes over the wall, they take out Envy, and you are right, Chronicler, this is not the same game that these two teams are playing. Keria goes down. Meanwhile, once again, Guma is frontlining against 4 people, and he doesn't have to care because they are just so far ahead.
Oh boy. I wonder what actually I don't think Guma got a final. Maybe it was the Collector plus red buff that got the kill. It wouldn't have mattered.
He's got 3 items.
He does.
Oh.
Yeah, he went in, right? Valdes?
Very proactive. Love that. And Morgan is going to go down, as will this turret on the Nexus. And Faker is just going to jump into them. T1 do not care, as Faker will take him down. And the Nexus will fall at 23.5 minutes for T1's first victory.
For Brion here, if you didn't look at the T1 champions, I'd be like, man, that's good. But then you do, and you realize that they are playing a front-to-back team fight into Brand and Renata. So Renata is about as unfun as it gets, so that does make sense to me, as Morgan doesn't have his E.
Yeah, it's just a bait here. The red buff coming down, and Morgan's just dead. I mean, he has flash, but he's not even going to bother to use it. That's first blood going over to Owner. Very nicely baited. First blood into bottom side clear into Dragon, which is very fast for Brand.
Apollo on a roam here, but like realistically, she's so hard to lock down. Oh no.
Yeah, Morgan's in a lot of trouble here, just gets pulled back into multiple members. His Owner is even here as well. The preemptive swap coming out from T1, and everybody's just gathering up for some grubs. They only got 1 in the last game, but they're going to get a lot more this time.
Oh, the read from Brion just isn't good, because Samver is now going to start to push the wave. Like, they'll be able to crash a big wave into this bot lane turret, so that's at least a bit of a win. We'll see if Morgan can catch the topside wave, then it won't be too bad, but MF
approaching this turret once Paulo comes here, but with Brand nearby, with Owner here, they're not winning this trade. It is a 3v2, and they don't seem to identify that. Oh, the handshake is just dirty, as Paulo in a lot of trouble. Faker gonna flash into the charge from the Sejuani, and yeah, he's gonna die. So nice little play traded back here from Bro. And
wombo combo style composition, not being behind more than 1k gold, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. Look at this. Predicting Owner coming in, and Young Jay going to get ahead of the T1 jungler, as yes, the ult will be thrown in. That's a lot of damage. Faker not going to get the jump in time. Now he's going to jump towards the north, but he's going down. That's a solo kill from Karis over Faker.
Which, of all people, Faker obviously should have an inkling that he might be swept back there. Not the end of the world. T1 still going to be up and go to 6 grubs here. I don't think they're going to be feeling too bothered about this, but it's a better game than game 1. And after seeing the draft, I didn't see that one coming, and it's a big win for the Bros.
From Owner. As now it's actually T1 who are in trouble, as a massive sweep, the wombo combo! It comes to life! As Bro will pick up the kills. They will take down 3 members of T1. Faker does get in. And
Paulo and Morgan heroically trying to keep this turret alive. I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. The Magnet Storm, very lackluster. The TP is going to get canceled. That's just not going to happen, as now it's a 3v2, make it a 4v2. Is Guma going to join up? Morgan, not very long for this world. The only question is, who do they give the kill to? It will be, in fact, Faker, unsurprisingly, who will pick up that kill.
There were a lot of decisions that could have been made there, and unfortunately that was not the right one. If Karis TP's in a little bit earlier, I think it would have been fine. I think in general, though, they tried, they got punished oh so heavily, because now they lose their inner as well. 2 kills going on. Like, you're playing on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Already, don't really need to go for this. Should be able to get mid lane with the mites. So that's a It's not the end of the world for Brion. It just means that T1 is in a much better position, and I think
Really? No, I'm still okay for now. I'll
throwing
have my
that
second cup
1-to-1
of
line.
coffee.
Oh, you did?
No, I will.
Oh, you
at,
will?
You know, 7 p.m. as you do. We'll get there for Series 2 to keep me afloat. For T1, they only have to deal with this series, and, you know, a couple of turrets did go over to Bro. And yes, T1 are getting some turrets of their own. This is kind of the Tristana special. If left unchecked, she just kills turrets. To have any idea, as now they are. The blue trinket does come in, and they will 100% know as TP now utilized by Zeus. But Bro, they get the TP out of Zeus.
That's clean.
But they keep this leash. Faker just gonna...
That's not.
Yeah, just gonna dash into 5 people, I guess. The fight's still going as Owner's in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. As Carrier gonna handshake here. That's a double kill for the MF, who is now 5-0.
They're just outplaying them straight up.
True. It's not too difficult to do.
T1.
But they're doing it.
T1's just losing their mind. Brion, great Baron setup. They actually have a lot of damage with Karis. So the initial Baron setup is great. And then Zeus TPs and you're like, okay, you know what? Bro backs off, which I think is great. They have Nash. They have an insanely strong teamfight composition. Criploom's done for Karis. And they're...
Red Bull Baron power play is just growing in size. They will take down this mid-inner.
The turret for T1. The outs start to become less and less obvious, right? MF, yeah, don't really get a whole lot of value. But the individual Drakes for MF are actually quite valuable.
Yeah, they definitely.
Morgan needs to be careful not to overstep.
Okay, he's going to get away from that one. Nice reaction from Morgan. As now this turret is just being...
Wait. Hold up.
Guys. Are they going to get the inhibitor here, really? I mean, Youngjae is going to come back, and in the 3v3, I think they have to respect. Now, Guma is here.
Oh, if they can cancel the backs, Karis actually should be able to just get the top side inhib.
Yeah, he should be able to get this inhib. Meanwhile, Faker trying to go back, but it's too late. I mean, this inhibitor is already going down, so he's going to give up on that. He goes mid, and now the TP's coming out from Karis, actually. The inhibitor already taken down. And T1 going to respect that.
Because they don't have any control of the jungle outside of that. Brion, are they going to risk it?
I think they are. Owner has flash as well as he goes in very early. And it will go the way of Sejuani. Youngjae gets the spike down. T1 in an awful spot. But now they have the front to back here. Morgan is going to go down. Carrier gets the bailout. And now KazaLoLL is going insane. But Faker in a really rough spot. He's going to go down. Guma and Zeus, the only ones left alive here. But the core of Bro are still here, still pushing, and they have a Baron buff once again. As they try to get on top of Guma, he's hopping around, he's trying to dodge, and he has dodged everything until that last stun. And he will be taken down as Bro 3.
And even though Samver gets the ultimate off on only Owner, he still ends up going down. And then it's some hero
Look at how fast the MF is. He's sprinting through the jungle, and Faker's left all alone. Down he goes. Doesn't even have a chance to flash away.
I think that's it. I actually think that's should be enough. They can just push bot side in now, get the inhib there. And Brion, they're gonna get the game win. It's looking like Veldes.
Not surprising to me in the slightest.
He called it at the top of the day.
Yeah. And Bro, they're pushing. They have the Red Bull Baron power play ticking. They have 3,000 gold from that one. As the wave clear is there with the brand. And, you know, even the Cassante. But it's still going to be 2 inhibitors at least, and actually with the top inhibitor already down, that will be number 3 once the mid inhibitor does go down. Deathless game so far for Youngjae and Karis. Just really clean stuff from the side of Bro, as they will punish T1, it looks like, in this second game, unless T1 can pull off the immaculate and miracle holds here, as they are going to get on top of Karis. He does go into his Zhonya's as he's just tanking the MF ult, but he doesn't seem to care. Down will go Karis, as T1 actually do have a chance here. The flash in from Morgan. Guma is fine, but Zeus is not, and this MF is just way too large as Samber going to take them all down. Faker gets stunned, and Bro is going to win game number 2. And a potential Penta to come in here if Samber can get close, but he's not going to risk it. Bro just wants the win, and they will. As it could have been the Ezreal, but instead, it's just going to be Jhin.
I do kind of like the Jhin here. I think the Jhin works well with Maokai in particular. I think that's one of those 1-2s that can be quite impressive if you do get a decent amount of leads, the amount of high-stakes Jhin games as well.
Yeah.
So Samver playing it, you know, Samver's nice, quite solid
here, but it does put Palu in an awkward spot. That is one place where, well, that's a nice little stun. He's going to push him into the turret, but actually Faker's in a lot of trouble. The solo kill again as Karis will go down and has to use. He's going to find the boar and Sejuani. As, yeah, Owner's just 1v2 right now, and he's in a bit of trouble. They want to try to turn this nice knock-up, but Owner's just so low. The flash over the wall, the Q gets it done, as Owner does not respect the 2v1. And now Faker's in a lot of trouble himself. He has to flash. Doesn't matter.
Morgan's
not real.
Did pick that.
We do have a wall coming down here, but everybody gets over the wall. So T1 should be able to take both of
they're going back.
Grubs. Wait, they're... Okay.
Okay, they're not going back.
They did go back. Yes.
I really think they shouldn't have, so that's good that they don't. It's a bit worried for a second there because Morgan is not in a position to join. Even with Zeus not having Mega, you run a big risk if you just walk up there. Because if the Jax is picked, like... Because the Jax was picked third, right? First rotation on blue side.
That top lane is not real. And...
But it is!
Yeah, Morgan's dead. He does have flash, so maybe he can flash out of this one, but the hop has larger range, and there's the Counter-Strike flash on in from Owner, and the boomerang gets the job done. He does have one sword, so that's better than nothing, I guess. Looks like T1 are going to take down 5 grubs, unless Karis and Palu can say something about it. Here they come, but the Mega Gnar timing is also going to go down, but now the engage comes in from Keria. Here's another wall, and Palu is in a lot of trouble as he has to flash away, but the knockup is going to catch Karis out of midair. The turn trying to come out, though. Karis pushing forward, jumping into everybody. He does get the kill, and he jumps away. Karis able to make it happen. Only Palu has gone down. As now Morgan trying to be relevant, and I think, unfortunately, the timer has run out on this fight as Zeus is going to come in, and there's the knockup from Keria as well. And the Gnar is too
real raid boss. We'll see if Brion can at the very least get a second dragon. It would be big.
Uh-oh. Oh, the smite is good. It's early from Owner.
We got to talk about other stuff. I'm getting bummed out. This every top laner knows this feeling.
Well, we have, and Zeus has his TP, so...
Yeah, there he comes.
Now Guma is in here, and the turn is coming in, but the Rakan play is fantastic. Is it enough to save Owner? As, that blast code not going to help him, actually, as Karis, he is on something today, and the shots from the Jhin are so big from Samber. As now we do have Zeus, he is isolated, and they get the shutdown onto Morgan as well.
What happens is they pull the trigger, they go for the engage. T1 is a little bit better, but yeah, I think they have to give this up. With the members' advantage there, we do see Samber is on his way, but doesn't have the ultimate just yet, and he can't walk for this jungle. This is T1 territory.
Well, it's going to be Guma getting engaged on as Palu wants to deny the T1 territory, as now we got TPs coming in here. Guma in a lot of trouble. He's not able to Featherstorm until the very last moment, but the pullback is huge. It doesn't matter. Karis is on the hunt once again, charging into multiple members as down will go Faker.
They're doing it!
And Morgan, he's got another Counter-Strike. He's going to live, bro. They're winning another fight, down 3K, as the hit here from Youngjae is huge. He stays alive, but the Mega Gnar not going to be enough. Karis is just going off in this one. Karis and Samber, they sub in for game number 2. They shut it down in game number 3. And, you know, T1 still haven't fought on their terms yet. So let's see how this one looks as the ult goes straight into Youngjae. That's not going to be good. A lot of damage being thrown into Palu. Those are not the right targets for T1, but Palu eventually does get low. The steal on the dragon as well. And Youngjae is low himself. A lot of low health bars here on the side of T1. Faker going to be isolated. And now the forced Featherstorm as well from Samber onto Guma. As meanwhile, Youngjae trying to go 1v2 against Keria and Zeus, not really working out, but Karis once again unchecked, and the frontliner that is Morgan is huge as another hop comes in. Karis looking to take down Guma and Owner, not going to be able to, but does push them away.
Oh, and the gold lead remains about the same, even though the kill trade favorable for Brion. They are going to get this mid lane turret now, finally. And the bros are doing it, look at the...
He's just unchecked, and Samber, there's no engage on him either, as now maybe an opportunity here for T1 as Palu a bit out of position. Youngjae being chased as well, as Palu might just have to be left here as a sacrifice. The wall does come down, and Palu not even going to flash. So down goes the bro supports. As T1 now, they're not going to be asking twice. They're just going to go for the Baron.
Yeah, big thing here is that they also used a lot of cooldowns. Samver does have his ultimate. I think that Jhin ult is going to be big.
Oh, the flash on in. They want to isolate. Zeus says the Steric shield is massive, though, and now a huge Gnar ult is going to win this one for T1. You would imagine Morgan being chased down, and he will eventually go down as well. Samver still firing shots. Owner trying to block here. Faker still going to eat a bunch of damage. A lot of poke did go down onto T1. Even the sapling, you talked about this actually in the draft as well. That's not going to hit YoungJay, but Samver looks like he will be isolated and killed. So it does work out in the end.
Easy way in, doesn't have his flash available. I don't know if he can get a W off. I think they should be able to zone him away to help Warsaw low, but I don't think it's going to matter. And T1 get the Baron. That should be enough.
Very different from all the other fights where Karis doesn't get any CC on him and he's just jumping around. Speaking of which, in live, we have him being bullied and down he will go. So T1, they find him, they save their CC for him, and Owner will make it happen.
The Magic Might have passed. Brion gonna try and look for something here. No ult on Samver though. So YoungJay just going for an ult to try and keep this mid lane turret alive for a little bit longer. If on the next wave it is still gonna drop. T1, all they needed was that one fight. Ends up being absolutely huge. One overstep. Crucially there as well as Faker actually a lot earlier on the TP.
It just feels like, you know, armor in general, but also the Randuins against the 280 carries that are going to build crit. It's going to just feel amazing. And they've got Maokai for AP, which I know you hate.
I mean,
a little bit of Jax as well, you know.
Yeah, Jax can go Zhonya's 4th, but like that doesn't really do it. Yeah, that's not enough.
So Zeus is just unkillable, is the point. As now we do have this Maokai ultimate to be thrown in, and it doesn't do much. Not going to push them off of the inhibitor either, and they just get the inhibitor and get out.
Samver really needs LDR. We see Karis does have it done now, so that's going to help at least a little bit. Yeah, the expectation is T1 is just going to continue building full armor. We see Owner as well, Bramble Vest in his inventory already. Imagine he wants to look towards a Thornmail.
This is a very interesting fight as the Solar Flare goes very wide and Morgan's dead and so is Palu.
I guess that's just it.
Just not expecting
them to stay.
That
can't be how it ends.
Just not expecting them to stay, and they're like, hey, maybe they're here. Oh, we're dead. T1's wallets are very large at this point in time. As here comes the quickness. Karis will be caught this time around as the follow-up comes in, and Karis does hop away, but Owner also very tanky, and again, Zeus is unkillable. It looks like T1, they've had their fun tonight, but at the end of the day, they will just pick up the clean 2-1, nothing to see here, up against Bro. Eventually, maybe not right now, but looks like we're heading in that direction, guys.
Really does. Mid lane inhib goes down as well. T1 can just go back. Nobody comes out unscathed.
Yeah, exactly. As now we're looking for the Gnar here once again, but YoungJay just unfortunately not that tanky. He's only got Warmogs and Eliandries. There's a lot of damage just coming out actually from the 80 carries of Bro, but I feel like the wallets are just too heavy as now Faker gets into that backline and Karis eventually will be taken down by the Gnar. And here comes Zeus bouncing over that wall. The knockup will miss, but yeah, I'm just going to throw an ult into the wind. Why not? That's what I would do.
It's a revitalized Brion, but it just isn't enough. T1, in the end, rely on their team fighting. Faker might die. I don't think it matters.
He's baiting them in. Samver just going to open up the curtains and immediately gets flashed on by Zeus. He's like, how dare you open the curtains against us? And it's not going to happen. We'll keep that room in darkness for now. Down will go the Nexus, and T1, they get it done. It wasn't easy. It wasn't